It's worth saving. Then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are changing. Some writers and critics, you prophesize with your pen. And keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. And there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are changing.
I come here with a heart filled with joy and hope, but at the same time I come here with deep sadness, because where have we gone in 1 year? Absolutely nowhere. The same talk about free energy and promise, and 6 months down the road and 12 months down the road, and nothing has materialized. And that is fundamentally what I have a big problem with. And the reason why things aren't materializing is because of the greed of humanity. And this thing called money that keeps getting in the way. So my suggestion, because I'll probably forget to bring this up later, is this is a message to all the inventors, the scientists, the bright minds out there that are developing free energy devices. Forget the word funding. Forget the word production lines. Forget the word getting patents launched in favor of yourself for your thing that you've developed. Give it free to the world, people. It's all about free energy. Okay, if you give it out for free, write down the specifications, show the models, show how it works, make sure that you can at a push of a button, you can share this with the entire world within seconds. That is your best form of protection. Because if you do not do this, you may just disappear.
Fool me once, Listen to me. Listen.
Yeah.
You're missing the wagon here, buddy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
To understand is to perceive patterns. Now, of course, what this means is that true comprehension comes when the dots are revealed and you get Stephen Johnson's long view and you see the big picture. This is the idea about patterns, recurring patterns across different scales of reality. You know, Paul Stamets talks about the mycelial archetype and how the information sharing systems that comprise the internet look exactly like computer models of dark matter in the universe, look exactly like the neurons in a brain. They all share the same intertwinkle filamental structure. It's the rise of networkism as big data. Advocates talk about how man-made systems are looking exactly like natural systems. The more we can measure, the more we can visualize, the more it expands our consciousness by seeing these recurring patterns across scales of reality. It blows my mind, and I think that technology increasingly is becoming an expander of human consciousness. It extends our thought, reach, and vision, and revealing so much more. It's like, whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Jeffrey West from the Santa Fe Institute is telling us that cities are really like organisms, you know, alleys are like capillaries. How is it possible that a man-made artificial technological system is behaving like a natural system? The more efficient it becomes, the more it's starting to look like nature. Really interesting, weird stuff. You know, but it makes me optimistic. It's like when Stephen Johnson says, look, if we can understand all this stuff, we can, I mean, anything becomes possible, right? It's the adjacent possible, standing as a sort of shadow future, a map of all the ways the present can reinvent itself. It's beautiful stuff.
La chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, la chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, la chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, polla. La chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, la chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, la chica de verdad nos gusta el pollo frito, pollo.
That's what I want you to have is control of your own destiny. That's all I want, and I want to be able to have control of my own passion and to be what I really am. Let's go to that clip.
You stoned? Yeah.
Bam bam dilang, bam bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam bam, hey. What a bam bam, ta what a bam bam. This woman never trouble no one. I'm a lady, I'm not a man. MC is my ambition. I come free nice of Jamaican, so bam bam.
I go to fill out applications for a job and stuff. They look at me, you know, I'm not looking presentable, and then we'll call you.
With no sign of fear or doubt. And that little burp you heard in there, that was excitement.
Gardens build community, period.
I like to live on the edge, so I plant mint where you're not supposed to.
Why should there be people hungry here? One plant will give you 1,000, 2,000, 20,000 seeds. We have the land to plant them. If you look down the streets here, you see all this brown grass and grass, when you can be feeding people. I thought, you know, why not have food for us?
Okay.
They're organic tomatoes, all right?
God, I was wrong. Damn it.
Damn it, you were wrong.
I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
The following is an alchemically coded ceremonial experience embedded in film as a visual, audible, interactive event. Watching it will result in the reconnection of 12 circuits of life force, permanently. Re-embracing your field of awareness into the holistic space-time continuum electromagnetically. Functioning upon the laws of resonant harmonics, these codes reconnect the energetic delivery system that downloads a holistic virus of source consciousness. This divine directive enters the human biocomputational field and initiates the collapse of programs that are reliant upon the synthetic mutant matrix, activating a disassociation from the predominant dualistic ideology of prejudice and separation, initiating an altered brain chemistry that informs us that unity is the superlative human state. Keep your eyes open. Allow the coded visuals to imprint your DNA. Allow the integrity of the sonic spoken code to resonate with the receptors in your cerebral cortex. Resound the spoken code within the spaces left for you to speak, to add your voice to the revolution, to evolution. When it has ended, it will begin. Seek a peaceful space, enjoy, integrate, transform, celebrate.
That's the spirit. You're gonna go out with a good spirit, and I'm proud of you.
You walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. But like every one of the superstates that preceded it, it has one iron rule. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace.
And again, don't forget, we're not financed by any corporation or any government. We're financed by you. I'm here on the front lines reporting to you everything that's happening in Greece. We need your support to continue our operations. If you like the work that you're seeing, support it and invest in it, because there's no other mainstream media journalists here except us showing you everything that's happening here. Again, people here are pissed.
ready to die yet?
The patrol goes silent, occasionally stopping to listen. They must wait and listen. An uncertain time. The attack is on. To intimidate their opponents, the aggressors scream and drum. Several males corner an enemy female. It's a ferocious attack, and she's lucky to escape with her life. A few exhausted stragglers are still arriving. There are 30 of them, and they're specialist hunters. Desperate times require desperate measures.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point. Natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. Most science fiction of the day predicted a future that was more civilized and more intelligent. But as time went on, things seemed to be heading in the opposite direction, a dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
We're developing a society because of all of these different toxins known to affect brain function. We're seeing a society that not only has a lot more people of lower IQ, but a lot fewer people of higher IQ. In other words, a dumbing down, a chemical dumbing down of society. So everyone's sort of mediocre. That leaves them dependent on government.
It's really quite simple. It's about building profit by focusing our efforts to trade up customers through the introduction of a program we call
the United Nations Earth Summit, Agenda 21.
It's easy because the only thing that changes is the sandwich, and it's done great results for us.
I'm gonna do it! Man the fuck up!
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I see, other human beings, and I can just find so much love for them, but I'm so terrified of dogs. I'm so beyond scared of dogs that I actually will, go on a different sidewalk or go out of my way to avoid dogs because they're scary. And so then I think, is this, Christian intuition saying this is...
And who does care? And if anybody cares, they're considered crazy. I've been 15 years in the nut ward for trying to stop the trees from being cut down, from trying to rearrange a lifestyle of a bunch of people who don't want to change, but they're going to change because the cold wind is blowing.
What is this?
The campsite.
What did I tell you?
I
told you we were going at this in a survivalistic way, the way Indians do it.
Right, but we're gonna freeze tonight if we do it.
We're gonna freeze?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna freeze?
Are you kidding me?
You think we're gonna freeze?
Are you kidding?
Huh? You think we're gonna freeze?
Good God!
We're not freezing anything, buddy.
Hey, okay, I'll take it down.
No.
Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. Everything else is illusion. Everything else is illusion.